So guys, you joined me in my 2010 BMW 5 Series. So, yes, the Audi's gone. Big financial mistake, to be honest with you. £600 a year to tax, that was. An average of around 20 miles per gallon, but probably less. So, I thought, what car could I get that you could still get 700 miles from the tank, 50 plus miles per gallon, for under £3,000? And yeah, I bought an E61 520 diesel. Things to look out for these 5 Series. Obviously you got timing chains, then you got the rear air suspension. This one's had it removed. This is why on the dashboard it always says level suspension failure. Then another thing is the rear washer. Now those rear washers weren't designed the best, so the cable that ran for the rear washer goes through the headliner, up the back, through the hinges of the car. So obviously that doesn't work. But what can you expect? It's a 2010 estate for £3,000, which is actually not a bad deal if you think about it. You'd be lucky to find one of that price. This one is the M Sport Business Edition. It's got quite a nice spec on it. However, iDrive, you don't want to bother with that because this iDrive is shocking, especially from this era. Some people like it, some people don't. Personally, I do not. I'm going to change it to an Android unit or Apple CarPlay unit. I haven't decided yet. It's not a bad car, to be honest with you. Not at all. It needs a bloody good clean inside, and outside the paintwork's not amazing, but it's carbon metallic individual, which is a really nice. It's a really nice colour. But yeah, so let's take it for a drive. I'll show you some nice, cool features and the spec of this car, and what you want from this car when you're buying it. So when you look at the door panel there, you've got the locks for the windows, so they only go half down. You got power folding mirrors, which I found really useful, and you can code that so that when you unlock the car they open, just like this one does. Here you've got the fog lights. Obviously you've got the automatic lights, and you can change the brightness of the dash with that one, and change how high you want the lights with that one. You got the dash. Mine has that display missing. For some reason that display just doesn't work. Don't know why. You got a phone in this car, which does work. You got these 2 buttons which you can control, what they set to. That changes your radio station. I do like the steering wheel. It's quite a thick steering wheel. It's quite comfortable to to hold. You got your cruise control down there, which works pretty well. It hasn't got radar cruise or anything like that. I mean, it's a BMW. My A6 did, but this one doesn't. It's finished in a nice wood trim. You got your climate controls there, and also on the iDrive as well, you got your extra climate controls, which, to be honest with you, I'm not a fan. So as you can see there, you got your it says level control system failure because the rear air suspension has been taken out. But look, so you got your passenger, and then you can control this one, seating the whether you want it hotter, average or cooler. And at the moment it's about 30 degrees. Well, not today obviously, absolutely hammering down with rain. So I'm going to have a middle one. Your navigation, well, there's no disc in this one, but you can see your onboard info. And also in this car you get the sports mode with the LCIs. You get the sports mode and you get the manual. Whereas the previous version, you don't, you just have that massive gear stick, which is horrible, in my opinion. So, question is, should you buy one in 2022? I'm going to say yes. And that's solely because of the fact that you can get a lot of car for the money. You know, it's a massive car, it's a massive estate, you can get so much stuff in it, it's comfortable. Obviously the iDrive isn't, you know, great, but you can change it out. So yeah, I'd say if you're looking in the market for an estate, I would buy one of these because, I mean, you can go wrong. There will be problems eventually, but you know, it's a great car for the money.